Are you tired of the same old sports media? Are you tired of hot takes, arguments, and
this shit
questions
again.
that are just completely off base?
Luckily, we have something for you. Touchdowns and tangents of the people, for the people, by people.
There we go.
Who care about the culture. Nice commentary.
Gotta turn your audio off. Oops, gotta put that one on too. What's up, good people? Live from Hawthorne, California, it is Touchdowns and Tangents. I am PD Camarillo. He's not ready.
I'm Kenneth Frank James Berry.
And on the line with us, we have the amazing, dynamic intern duo. Shout out to Lucas. Shout out to Nikki.
Man has 20 points, fantasy-wise, on my bench. I'm sick. There's no way Antonio Gibson is doing that against Houston.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is Touchdowns and Tangents, your Thursday night spot for NFL takes, topical tangents, and concise commentary for the culture. With that, there's a lot of stuff to talk about this week, so let's just get right into it.
Let's talk about it. J. Dillon in fantasy, I swear, bro.
Yeah, I cut him last week, but nobody cares about your fantasy team. What people do care about...
I care about my fantasy team. I'm a number one seed in like 3 leagues, bro.
What people do care about is potassium, fighting cramps, not pulling hamstrings, not being dehydrated,
Faking injuries.
Electrolytes. So yeah.
The war in Iraq.
Lucas, with that, why don't you go ahead and speak to the people?
Get your much needed sodium. Actually ingest it into your system by spraying it in your mouth. It's a great way to get instant sodium.
What does it taste like?
For cardio.
What does it taste like? So do you take it before or during? Both?
I took it before because I was just tired, like, from lifting. So, but yeah, I prefer to use it for cardio. Treadmill or running or whatever.
Yeah, you look a little bit more energetic this week. I see it. You're getting it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a BOA spray. See? There you go. So, shout out to BOA. If you some of the spray and check them out.
Dope. Shout out to the BOA people for sending Lucas some samples. And shout out to your favorite high school bench warmer who probably went out there and faked a cramp on special teams to give you an extra timeout. With BOA, you can completely eliminate that factor. So there you have it. All right. What else we got to talk about this week, Kenny?
Well, let's just say, feels like I can't hear myself, but I can. Where's that echo coming from?
Your phone that's not muted?
My phone is muted.
Is the sound off, though?
The sound is off. Bluetooth is off.
Are you muted, though?
If I mute the actual... Is that better?
Yes. Now there's no... Well, I could still hear you on your phone. But outside of that...
I have everything else muted. My phone muted.
What did I tell you guys? The youngest, probably
Shut up,
blackest boomer of all time. Kenneth Frank James Berry.
That's fucked up. Don't call me a modern day reverse Uncle Ruckus. Those are fighting words. I'll stab you, bro.
Yeah, all I know is you need to recreate that Snoop meme with the picture on your Facebook account. That's the next step. That's your final form.
Since Twitter's gonna die.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, man. So Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football. Lucas, you want to hop in there? What's up with Thursday Night Football? Nikki, did you watch it? I didn't.
It's ending right now.
Yeah, it's still going on.
Titans taking that dub.
Who's taking the dub?
Yeah. Packers are ass. Yeah.
And
That's
Tannehill actually completed some of his passes tonight, and they weren't screens. So big up to him.
Yeah. So that means he actually had receivers open, huh?
Yeah,
They actually got it.
He's throwing it deep, man.
Well, hopefully Aaron Rodgers can throw a bomb to Lazarus and get me 40 more fantasy
Oh,
points.
the best throw of the night actually came from Derek Henry. He threw a tutty.
Really?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He did.
So, I wonder what he has in-
They said it was the tightest spiral they've seen tonight.
Did he score too on the ground?
Yeah, he scored. Yeah.
So he's having like
Beautiful night for fantasy owners.
a 30-point night, 40-point.
I'm really pissed I didn't start Christian Watson.
Oh yes.
It was like either him
Honestly,
or Antonio Gibson.
I didn't expect Christian Watson to progress this fast. A touchdown. So, I mean, I guess it helps that Dobbs is out.
Yeah, Cobb came back tonight off IR. Donald Cobb was like, Aaron Rodgers was probably like, yo, bro, just be out there. Just be out there. I might throw you one pass all night, but just be out there. Please. I need someone I can trust out there.
The other big game of the week, Nikki, I think you said it was the catch of the year, maybe the catch of all time. But the Bills and the Vikings.
Oh, yeah. That was that ending. So crazy, dude. Like the game was all right or whatever, but if you like the second half of the fourth quarter, even the last 2 minutes made the game. Honestly, best game I've seen all year.
I didn't get to watch it. I was off the grid. I was in Death Valley.
I watched it
I mean,
with my phone.
The Jefferson catch, it was great. I wouldn't say it was like Odell catch, but definitely.
Some people said it was literally the
Barnett.
greatest catch of all time.
He skied up for it, snatched it with one hand.
No, I think Odell has him because people were trying to compare his catch to Odell's catch, but like Odell had it with like 2 fingers.
But wasn't Jefferson's
You know what I
more
mean? Like-
contested? Wasn't he like 3 people?
It should have been
there
a
was
pick.
two
No, it was one
defenders
guy.
on him and he just ripped it out.
Yeah, that's wild.
But like the Odell catch was a touchdown, and he was a rookie, and it was pass interference,
That's
and he
true.
caught it with 2 fingers in the end zone going backwards. Like that's the greatest. Like you make that catch on your bed as a kid. You don't do that in real life. People can say all the gloves. It's like no, he really caught that.
How about the Dez catch?
That was a joke. That was double dribble. The Dez catch was double dribble. We agreed it was double dribble. It was actually a catch though. It's fucked up, 'cause, I mean, the Calvin Johnson thing was a catch too.
I forgot about that one.
How-
Yeah, they got screwed
that's
on
the
that one, too.
rule. That's the
Yeah.
the birth of that rule. Nobody knew what a catch was.
I mean, maybe I'm a biased Patriots fan, but the best catch I've ever seen was the Julian Edelman catch in the Super Bowl, the Falcons Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Nice.
I prayed for that not to be a
That
catch,
That was nice.
but it was so great that that was one of the greatest catches.
How
ever.
about the David Tyree catch? That's not on your list?
That's the greatest catch of all time.
Yeah, that's probably the greatest catch of all time.
Because he couldn't catch shit.
And he ended the evil empire.
He couldn't catch herpes in a whorehouse in Mar-a-Lago on Pedophile Island
dude.
or whatever it's called. He couldn't catch a. Never mind. That might get me canceled or disappeared. I'm not gonna say that last one.
And then, yeah, of course, the Raiders are officially dead to rights. They lost to
my
the
God.
Colts. Jeff Saturday once again with the lead in the fourth quarter.
The Raiders are like
Could not find a way to score. Could not find a way to get out the field. And yeah, they essentially lost to an amateur. Which, honestly, a
39-yard run by a 39-year-old quarterback.
That was disgusting.
Bro, I could have.
That was disgusting.
That's like me running 39 yards on them.
That was the second longest run of his career. That's probably longer than any run.
And he had like
Derek
room
Carr's
to
ever
run
had.
another 5-6 yards.
Probably could have.
Paris Campbell touchdown. They just
for a
attacked.
touchdown if he wanted to.
Yeah,
Had he had a little bit more wiggle.
but that's what I'm saying, bro. Don't get me started. You can read my articles on full press coverage, but yeah, I still don't know why they're playing Tashawn Bauer and Bilal Nichols because they're not doing nothing.
Where's Malcolm Kuntz?
Malcolm Kuntz ain't doing nothing. He ain't
Aaron,
either.
all y'all owe me an
He ain't
apology.
there,
Shout
He
out,
ain't there, bro.
shout out to Unfiltered Truth. Y'all kind of owe me an apology. Y'all said Malcolm Kuntz was real. Everybody y'all said was real sucks. Everybody I told you this is one of the worst draft classes ever. Everybody's like, no, be optimistic. Bro, the Raiders need to come with like a Bang Bros like advisory sticker. Like they're like the Bukkake mascot of football teams of like failure. Like they just take everybody's load.
Wow.
They just take everybody's load and just stew in it.
I don't know, man.
Nobody
I think
cleans up their shit. It's just a bucket of failure.
for me, like honestly, I thought Jeff Saturday would be a good coach. Like he's a leader of men. He knows this. He knows the system. He's been around the game. I just didn't think
Run the damn ball.
it would happen that fast. And honestly,
207 rushing
it shouldn't
yards.
have happened this week. But the Raiders are trash, so yeah, I don't know what else to say.
207 rushing yards, 209 passing yards.
And the worst part is they can't even fire Josh McDaniels because
They broke.
they're broke.
Everybody
broke,
knows.
broke, five broke.
They
They ain't got it. Broke, five broke. Ain't got no money. Can't pay 3 coaches. Can't pay 2
You
GMs.
definitely can't have no hoes because look at what happened with Daniel Snyder. You really can't afford another
Bro,
show
that's
like that.
that's another thing that pisses me off. With all the bullshit that the Commies Commanders have gone through, they're still 500 and they're still in the mix. And the Raiders
They beat the Eagles.
can't do it.
Yep.
The
and
Giants-
They just beat an undefeated team.
Exactly, yeah. And the whole it takes time to build a culture. Like fuck that. Look at the
No,
Giants.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Look at the Giants.
The
They
biggest
did it in
lie-
1 year.
The biggest lie is that it takes time to build a culture. No, it takes time to build chemistry and trust. It does not take time for everybody to realize, hey, do you want to get your shit kicked in every day? No. All right, let's not get our shit kicked in every day.
What's the
Go
old
out there and
saying?
let's kick somebody else's shit in.
What's the old saying? Culture eats strategy for breakfast. Like
All I'm saying is, if
Like
you
the
don't wanna-
Raiders have a culture, it's just not a winning culture.
it's like
and-
a
They
despot.
have a culture, all right.
It's a
They're the
festering.
black hole.
It's a festering
Exactly.
pustule. It's a festering pustule. Like, honestly, the Raiders have been the same team my entire goddamn life. My going on 31-year-old ass life.
But honestly, this
I
team
have not known Raiders success since the 2002 Super Bowl.
you're not
When
wrong.
my sister, they lost on my sister's birthday and she stopped watching football.
You're
after that.
not wrong, but this team is different because this team has a top 3 receiver,
Okay.
a top 10 running back, a top 10 left tackle, and they
Is he a
still
top 10 left tackle?
yeah,
He's
is.
top 15. I'll give you
He's top
15.
10, bro.
Okay.
He's top 10.
Where's his Pro Bowl at?
There's only what? There's only 8 tackles that get in the Pro Bowl.
Oh,
if that.
give me a fucking break. Give me
There's
a
only
fucking
8
break.
tackles that go in the Pro Bowl.
Hey, you know who's a Pro Bowl? You know who's a Pro Bowler?
Bro,
And
there's not even a Pro Bowl, so that's not even a good stat to show
Teron
around.
Armstead.
That's
Pro
not
Bowl.
even
Teron
a good
Armstead,
stat.
Pro Bowler. Name
That's
left
not a good stat,
Name a left
bro.
tackle. You have to think about David Bakhtiari.
Again,
Outside of the
not
injuries,
a good stat. The Pro
Bowler.
Bowl doesn't exist. The
Not
Pro
anymore.
Bowl doesn't exist.
Not anymore.
You want to hear one more time? The Pro Bowl doesn't exist.
All Pro. If you're top 10, you at least have to be All Pro, right?
Bro, there's only 3 All Pros.
Okay, and how is Colt Miller?
Come on, bro.
He's never been close to being an All Pro left tackle. Lie to my face and tell me he has.
Did I say he was elite? I didn't say he was elite. Did I say he was the greatest tackle in the league?
Elite means
No.
90th percentile. So since he's not in the 90th percentile,
Okay, Kenny.
he's not in the top 10.
Kenny.
He can't be elite,
okay,
right?
Kenny.
He could be 12,
Kenny.
13.
Kenny. Let me break this down to you. I'm gonna make you feel stupid right now, bro.
I don't feel stupid.
How many
been playing that great this year.
How
He
many
been playing
tackles
that
are in the
great this
league? How many tackles are in the league?
See, 32 tackles a team.
Times 2?
64.
64.
And not including free agents.
64. Okay.
Yes.
Plus injuries, plus all that. So, again, being
Where
in
does
the
he
top
rank?
10,
Does he rank like in the 20th? Or
what is 10 out of 60?
Are you using PFF stats?
What
you
is 10 out of 60?
hypocrite?
What is 1 out of 6?
1 out of 6.
What is that? What's the percentage? 17%.
Okay, fine. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so being in the top 10 doesn't put you in the 90th percentile. It puts you in the 20th percentile, which Colton Miller is. Both by eye test, both by PFF, both by whatever you want to look at.
PFF. No. Because this is a. I don't understand how much he hates using PFF.
The first one,
he just quoted PFF.
I don't use PFF.
You just did.
I look at PFF. I don't use PFF. I don't just cite PFF. I've watched every single Raider game 3 times.
So you go.
I know what my eyes see.
I work in the NFL. I watch. The
yeah, and I watch all 3, and I watch them 3 times. I don't just watch them once. I don't just watch the live game. I watch all 22 and then I watch it again after that.
That's because you're sadomasochistic.
It's because I want to understand why this fucking offensive line is so damn bad.
You like pain. Just
but
admit
again,
you like pain. It's okay.
Colton Miller, he's by no means elite. We've seen that.
He's the foundation of their offensive line.
But is he good? Yes. Is he solid?
He's
sure.
a pass blocking left tackle.
Exactly.
That's
so,
it.
anyways, he's a top 10 tackle. Just let it be.
How's the rookie?
He's for sure a top 10 left tackle. If you really want to get into it, he's for sure a top 10 left tackle.
That's not saying much anymore.
Definitely a top 10 tackle.
That's not saying much anymore.
Anyways.
Because there are right tackles who are excellent. Like Brian O'Neill, depending on the scheme, Brian O'Neill was technically a better lineman than Colton Miller. Even though Brian O'Neill would be perfect for the Raiders scheme. But he's a right tackle for the Vikings. Ezra Cleveland, the dude that the Raiders passed on stupidly, probably be a Pro Bowler right now, killing it for the Vikings.
You want to have a Raiders podcast?
We can do it. You want to have a Boise State podcast?
No, I don't.
All right, then.
Yeah. Nobody wants
cousin
a
saved
Boise
his
State.
job, by
If
the
I
way.
wanted a Boise State podcast, I'd have one. If I wanted a Raiders podcast, I'd have one. That's not what this is.
The bottom line is the Raiders are fucking terrible.
Exactly.
And it's embarrassing.
Yeah, we know.
It's like if they
Kenny, we don't need it. It's like we don't need a metaphor. You already gave us 3 metaphors. You already cited the fact that you work for the NFL and you know everything. So what else?
I didn't say that.
What else do we need?
I'm forced to watch this shit whether I want to. I'm forced to watch this shitty Raiders. The Raiders should never be on primetime again. I'd rather watch the Cleveland Browns on primetime.
Damn.
I'd rather watch the Houston Texans showed more fight against the Eagles than the Raiders have done all year. And the Raiders beat the Texans. Take the Texans right now over the fucking Raiders as a franchise right now. In terms of less turmoil. That's fucking sad. But all right, whatever. I definitely think that Packers game is over. But yeah, the Washington Commanders kind of shook up the NFL. They kind of revealed the Eagles' weakness. And now the Eagles are like, well, we're just going to compile some more vibranium. And you're going to deal with it. You're not going to run on us. We got Linval Joseph, and we got Ndamukong Suh, and we got Fletcher Cox. When we want to just run a 3-man front and just let all our linebackers come in and just shit on you. Robert Quinn is literally going to play 18 straight weeks with no bye, which is kind of crazy at his age.
Well, they got a rotation.
They gave him rest, though.
Yeah, they got a rotation.
Yeah, isn't that why they got a bunch of guys now? Because
Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat, Hassan Riddick.
And Brandon Graham's still there.
Yep.
Yeah, man, the Eagles are loaded. They're going to be really hard to beat. I think their only weakness is like not really even a weakness anymore. Like, the only thing that their teams can really bank on is, like, Jalen making a young mistake. Like, and he hasn't really done that this year.
Or the run game not being
So,
there.
I mean, but even that is like, how do you take that away? Because Hurts,
A.J. Brown didn't do shit.
Hurts is always one play away.
Actually,
A.J. Brown did nothing.
A.J. Brown looked really bad that game. I don't know what happened, but he just kept getting picked off.
I was so happy, bro. Because I was going.
Point. Yeah, 1 point.
Because I was going against the number one team in the only league that I'm doing trash in, and I found a way to win thanks to A.J. Brown being trash.
Yeah, I willed the way to win too. I won by like.
Oh my god!
I won by 5 points.
I won by 0.3 points.
Yeah, so it's
fucking third of a point.
But I'll take it. My season's still alive.
Not after this week. I'm ending your shit. I'm ending your shit.
We'll see.
I'm gonna laugh too.
We'll see.
Oh, Nick Chubb has like 7 fucking touchdowns.
We'll see.
And I got Kareem Hunt on my bench.
I already beat you this year, so that's fine.
Fluke.
I already beat you this year.
All my losses are to you, and they're fucking flukes. I'm 9-1.
Saying,
I'm
bro.
9-1.
I beat you.
And 8-2.
I beat you in
Shut
both
the
leagues.
Fuck up.
I beat you in both leagues, bro. I don't know what else you want me to say. I'm good.
You're in fourth place.
It. I don't need to win. I don't even need to win. All I know is I beat you. That's it.
You're literally losing and not going to make the playoffs.
We'll see.
I'm like 8-2. I'm running.
I
only lost those 2 games because like my best players were.
I'm only 1 game out of the playoffs, bro. And I'm playing for.
You're about to be all games out of the playoffs.
Actually, no, that's a different league you're talking about that I'm playing you in. I'm playing you in the league where I'm in. I'm in second place. Yeah, I'm in second place.
You're like 3 games behind me, bro.
I'm 6-4.
I'm 3
There's a 3-way tie for second.
And I beat every last one of you. I beat every last one of you.
Yeah, I beat you in that league. That's the league I beat you in.
I beat every last one of you, though.
In the other league, I'm actually playing.
You got a fluke loss.
The other league, I'm playing
win.
C's for my league, and he's in 6th place. So if I beat C's,
I'm 9-1.
If I beat C's, I'm back in the 6th spot.
I'm 9-1.
I'm back in the 6th spot.
I'm 9-1.
And nobody's scared of your team, bro.
Dog.
You're not even first in points, bro. Nobody's scared of your team.
My cat.
Nobody's scared of your team, bro. You've got
the most consistent team in the league.
You got a good schedule going for you.
No, I got Mahomes and I got studs all up and down my squad.
Nobody's scared of your team, bro.
Nobody's scared of your team.
Yeah, because I'm in 7th place. They shouldn't be, but I was in first for points for a minute.
Ass too.
No, I didn't, bro.
I waiver wired great. I've been killing that shit.
All to lose in the playoffs.
Hey, man. You gotta get
all to lose in the playoffs,
I'd
bro.
rather be there.
All to lose in the playoffs. Let's put a buffet up that you don't win a banner this year.
There are no buffets in LA anymore.
Let's put a buffet up that you don't win a championship.
There's no buffets in LA anymore. I bet you I will.
That's the title.
I bet you I fucking will.
That's the title.
I'm gonna get one.
I'm
gonna get at least one, or I'm fighting somebody.
All right, we're putting a $100 stake on the
Hey,
tab.
Sammy Watkins has 210 receiving yards all season.
Yeah, and he got 40 last week.
So you ultimately lost that.
The season's not over yet. The season's not over yet.
Bro, it's week 11.
Yeah, there's 8 more games.
He was going to get 900 yards.
There's 8 more games.
You are smoking.
There's 8 more games.
Vibranium laced crack.
There's 8 more games.
If you think he's going to get 500 receiving yards.
There's 8 more games.
You really believe that?
Yeah, there's 8 more games.
You believe in that statement?
There's 8 more games.
Like that. This bet is even bigger than the bet we just made.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. This is a throwaway bet.
That wasn't. No, the Watkins bet was not a throwaway.
We
bet.
Bet wings.
No, we bet a fucking feast. We bet a king's
No, we didn't.
feast.
No, we didn't. We bet wings. Chill.
Fucking one of wings.
We bet wings, bro. We didn't bet.
We bet a meal of our choosing. We bet a meal of the winner's choosing.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
That's not even sounds like a bet that we'd ever make, bro.
Yes, it actually
This is what I'm talking about, man. You just be making shit up, bro.
That was a bet.
Gaslight Kenny, bro. Gaslight Kenny is back. Gaslight Kenny's back. Here he goes.
The light's on.
Here he goes, bro. Here he
on.
goes.
The light was on when I walked in.
Here he goes.
Door was locked downstairs, which I guess is a good security thing, but you know. Bottom line is, yeah, Eagles got Sue and Leval Joseph. Their run defense should be better. Shout out to Sue getting another bag.
You already said that like 7 minutes ago.
Cooper Kupp's on IR. So all y'all who finally have Cooper Kupp, all you have Cooper Kupp in fantasy, I just want to
Honestly, that kind of opens up everything.
Fuck you guys.
That honestly opens up everything.
Because every time I play Cooper Kupp, he has 25 yards, 25 fucking points, and don't even have 100 yards.
Well, think about it, right?
PPR leagues.
Cooper Kupp is hurt. Jamar Chase is hurt. Christian McCaffrey was traded, so his upside isn't as high.
Debo. I'm trying to get rid of Debo.
So that's already the top
Kittle's a bust.
The top 3 picks in most leagues are already not what they were before.
I should have said Tyreek Hill, but he disappears.
But like you know who hasn't? You know who hasn't disappeared? You know who hasn't disappointed?
Jalen Waddle.
He wasn't a top 10 pick.
Joe Mixon. Yeah. Joe Mixon was my first pick.
Joe Mixon wasn't a top 10 pick either.
Like 2 leagues.
Joe Mixon has been kind of trash, except for that 40.
He's averaged like 15 points a game.
Yeah, because he had just had a 40-point game that boosted all the rest of the season.
It was 55. Trust me, I know.
But before that, he was kind of trash.
It was like 10 to 12 points a game.
Yeah, max. He hadn't had a big
that's
game.
what you expect.
But he hadn't had a big
early in the season.
Game.
Early in the season, he did.
Yeah, 1.
Yeah, 3.
Nick Chubb had no, he did not have 3, bro.
How you gonna tell me I know?
I have him too. I have him in just as many leagues as you.
If he gets 100 yards,
bro, you need to chill.
If he gets 100
chill
yards,
with your I know.
If he gets 100 yards and no touchdowns, is that not a big game?
Not if he only has 17 points. A big game is like 25 points.
Bro, now you're just nitpicking. You know receivers have much bigger games than running backs. That's not fair.
Nick Chubb started off with like 3 20-plus point games.
Niggas laughed me out the room when I picked Nick Chubb first in a couple of leagues. They're not laughing any fucking more.
Yeah, I have Nick Chubb.
It got real quiet when I took Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon in one league. Everybody shut the fuck up. All of a sudden, oh, you passed on Justin Jefferson. Okay,
there he goes, gaslighting all his fantasy teams in one take.
Nah, because like one league, I'm really trash. Like I got Stephon Diggs and Jamar Chase and no running backs. By the grace of God, I don't know how. I beat the number 1 seed last week and narrowly lost to the number 2 seed. I'm barely holding on to 3rd place. Like if I get in the playoffs, I'm gonna get cooked again probably. I'll get to the championship game like I did last year, but my whole roster sucks.
All right. Other news from the week: the Browns and the Bills were expected to get 6 inches of snow. The game got moved. 6 feet. I'm sorry. Yeah, 6 feet of snow.
Our height.
Yes. And so now instead, the game has gotten moved to Detroit because, well, for whatever reason, they're always the backup. A few years ago when Minnesota, it was a while ago, but when the dome collapsed, when the roof fell in, that's where they went. And my homie in Detroit, shout out to Matt Bowen, he was telling me, he was like, yeah, that game was like $5 or like free. He's like, but this game, they're selling them like regular price. And I was like, well, it must be because the Bills are good. And he was like, yeah, and because we're close to Canada. There's a lot of Bills fans in Canada. So we'll see how it goes. I wanted to see Devin Singletary buried in snow. Thought that would have been funny. But yeah. All right. Time for college football.
I'm going to run through this college football segment because a lot happened. Play one thing. I didn't get to play something last week. That was kind of dope. It was Taj Washington.
Your audio's not coming in.
Wow, you little brothered me and gave me the shitty mic.
No, the cords just do that. Even if I did, maybe you should be on time so you can set up your own cord, and then you can't say that.
Or you could just there's 4 mics, you just don't use the one with the shitty cord.
I use the same cords every week, bro.
This is the one.
Sometimes I get the bad one, sometimes you get the bad one. It's 50-50. But you see how you got to make everything about you?
I don't make anything about me.
You just made something that was totally random and by chance.
I'm like the most selfless person I know, damn near.
Again, gaslighting. But
like
go ahead.
The third
go
most
ahead,
selfless
gaslight
person
Kenny.
I know.
Gaslight 2 liter. Let's go.
Bro, the price of gas is too high for me to gaslight.
You still find a way.
Not really. But, yeah, so Taj Washington, he had 2 catches for 66 yards on a touchdown against Colorado. They beat the living dog shit out of Colorado, 55 to, I want to say, 17. Now, keep in mind, everybody in the booth was ready to leave. People were literally leaving after the first quarter in the press box. If I had told you that USC would go on to win 55 to 17, but they were losing in the first quarter 3-2 to Colorado, who only has one win, you wouldn't have believed me. But they did. Unfortunately, arguably the team MVP, super senior Travis Dye, Oregon transfer, was having all-American type year. Pretty much, I guess, like broke his ankle. It was a bad ankle injury. He's pretty much out for the year. His college career is over. It's really sad, unfortunate. But that looked like it galvanized the team, Caleb Williams. Because the USC goes like 7 deep at receiver, even with Jordan Addison out. And Cats just kept getting open.
Is he from the Dye family?
Yes, the infamous Dye family. 7 brothers and shit.
He went to Narco.
He did. That's why I know you don't like him. Because he went to Narco.
Wait, but Travis Dye transferred because he got injured at Oregon, right?
Oh, he had like 16 touchdowns at Oregon.
Yeah, he was good at Oregon, and I think he
just, like, they had other running backs, and I think he was ready to move on.
Yeah, that's it.
He got married, too.
Cristobal leaving probably was a factor.
He's like, USC looks nice. And was literally, he was averaging 6 yards a carry. Had over 1,000 purpose yards, and I think like 13 touchdowns total. 9 rushing, 886 rush yards. 6 yards a carry. Austin Jones, who transferred from Stanford, ironically, actually faster, just as strong, probably stronger, more explosive back than Dye. Dye's just really patient. Like, Dye's like literally like baby Frank Gore. Like, they play the exact same way. They don't wear gloves. None of that. Like, they're like the same player. It's crazy to see. It's like, I didn't understand, like, how the hell does he have 16 rushing touchdowns at Oregon? And then I went back and watched him, and I'm just like, this dude just never stops. Like, he's just always balanced. Like, but yeah. So, freshman sensation, running back Malik Brown scored on a screenplay. Lamar scored a touchdown. Kevin Barlow scored a touchdown. Just touchdown. Everybody was getting touchdowns. Brandon Rice scored a touchdown against his former team. And Kalen Bullock got his 4th interception of the year. He's having a All-American type season. And he's from Pasadena. So this game was kind of big for him with UCLA. And, I'd actually asked Taj Washington, who had 112 yards the week before the Colorado game, and a touchdown, like the impact that Nipsey had on him. Let me play that. That's the only one I'm going to play. Everything else, it's kind of whatever.
This man can't walk and chew gum.
Shut up.
Bro, it's not that hard to connect to Bluetooth and talk at the same time.
Shit, it's connected to Bluetooth, but it wasn't picking up. Hold on. It does that. Like, it won't naturally connect. It's kind of really annoying.
Everything's fine on my end.
No, like, for Bluetooth, like, it'll have the option there, but it won't automatically connect like it does with my AirPods.
Your AirPods in the room?
Yeah, but like
that's probably why they usually connect to your AirPods automatically, so it makes it hard for them to connect to other things automatically. Again, explaining boomer shit.
Shut up, bro. You didn't explain anything. My headphones are in my pocket.
Yeah, they're still connected to your phone.
Speaker trio? I guess that's what it is.
No, it's... Bro, you've been connecting to Bluetooth every other week. You don't know what Bluetooth it is? It's Rodecaster. It's not Speaker Trio.
It's not working. It sucks. Literally, look.
Let me see, dude.
This is not in the range. That's dumb as fuck. Oh. Turn it off and turn it back on. I don't know why this shit's not
This is the
connecting.
most dead air we've ever had
I'm
on
so
this
mad.
show.
Like, bro, it's really not connecting.
It's
Look,
him.
it's not connecting. Bro.
Hi.
That's not me.
He's the problem. It's him. Let me see, anti-hero. Fuck.
Shut up.
Roadcaster, bro.
Watch it not work. Oh, see, it didn't work. What do you know?
I don't think it's that one. Let's see.
Because that's the one at the studio. That's why it's like, why is that shit not coming up?
There we go. Connected. And what? 10% of the time you took?
Bro, you turned it off and turned it back on. Shut up.
Yeah, that's all I needed to do.
No, you turned off the actual like Bluetooth on the fucking Roadcaster.
Yeah, I could have did that.
It wasn't
too
my
for
phone.
you.
It was the actual machine itself. So shut up.
Yeah, but you still stood at your phone for 5 minutes
Nah, I was gonna
trying to hope that it would do something different.
Shut up, bro.
Come on, play your sound.
You know, with this being homecoming, you know, how much extra juice did you guys have knowing, you know, it's another night game. You're finally back at home after that long road trip. Hold on. Have some music playing. When you find out about what happened with kind of the move with guys on the team and like
go lift and your alarm goes off. Before your alarm go off, you get notifications, you know, that you lost another rapper, and it's somebody so influential to all of us, you know. Music is an essential part of our daily process. We just listen to his music all day, that day, and just pay our respects that way.
yeah. So that was Taj Washington. He had 112 yards and a touchdown against Cal for homecoming, and then he caught another like a 61-yard bomb catch and run against Colorado. He's been stepping up big time for them.
I thought you said Nipsey.
I don't say Nipsey.
You did say Nipsey.
When did I say Nipsey?
When you set it up, you said you asked him the impact of Nipsey.
Oh, Freudian sip. It was Takeoff.
That's why I was like,
His
okay.
Takeoff had just died, and I was like, yeah, they were playing Migos all throughout the stadium.
I mean, it's LA. I would have given you a pass on Nipsey.
They played Nipsey
anyways,
too.
but-
Miles could be playing hella Nipsey.
All right.
But yeah. So bottom line is, see, with UCLA choking against Arizona, they got bumped down to 12. USC is ranked 7th. So, well, they're ranked 8th.
So
They
I
pretty
think
much
that-
have to beat UCLA.
But I think the thing is, if they beat UCLA, they
have to
beat
beat
Notre
Oregon.
Dame, and they beat Oregon,
They should be
they should
top
be
4.
able to get in. I don't know if they'll be top 4, but they should get in.
Well, they're not going to be 3. Because Michigan, Ohio State, whoever loses, I mean, they really don't have a strong schedule. They just play each other. So whoever, and they.
But I think the
Ohio
thing
State
is-
barely beat Notre Dame.
But I think the thing is with USC is like they're exciting. Like they're gonna put
It's
on a
brand.
good game. They're gonna put on a good game. They're not gonna show up and get 55-7. Like they're gonna
TCU's undefeated.
they might lose 55-52, but they're not gonna just show up and lay an egg. Like they're gonna play exciting football and help ratings. So I think if USC's in the conversation, like you have to take them over any other
Tennessee's fifth.
2-loss team.
Tennessee's only
Or
loss
1-loss team.
is to Georgia. Tennessee beat Bama, and they beat LSU, who has 2 losses, because LSU beat Bama, and if they went out, they pretty much, they punched their ticket to the SEC title game already. LSU beats Georgia.
Nikki, what do you think? Do you want to see it?
Would you rather see the playoff?
Would you rather see USC in the playoff, or would you rather see another SEC team
or TCU? TCU plays
I
Baylor.
despise USC, so
you'd really rather see another SEC team in there lay an egg?
Tennessee and Georgia rematch, which would be trash.
I'd like to see USC get embarrassed in primetime. That'd be nice. But, I mean, honestly, I think UCLA is going to win this weekend anyway, so it's not even going to be a conversation that we need to have. But,
okay.
I don't know.
You should have, runs the ball like a motherfucker.
Obviously, I
can't stop
don't, as an SEC fan and a Big 12 fan, it's kind of annoying to just see, it clogged up with SEC, but at the same time, I'd rather see SEC than a team I don't like. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Michigan can't really pass the ball.
I'm a very hateful football watcher.
No, fair enough. That's the perspective of probably a lot of people who are SEC and Big 12 fans.
I mean, Oklahoma is suffering tremendously, so I understand. And then Baylor is really, if Baylor beats TCU, that's one less team.
I mean, TCU's undefeated, aren't they?
Yeah.
They beat Texas, a decent Texas team.
Yeah,
that almost beat Alabama. Yeah, Baylor's the last hope.
One loss and they're out for sure. So
yeah, the coach was on Key Jay and Max this week, and he was like, "They're like, yeah, what does this do for your program?" And he's like, "Well, actually, we've beaten Texas 8 out of the last 11 times.
Yeah,
so we've been beating them. It's just
clapping."
He's like, but yeah, of course it helps anytime you're on prime time and you beat a same team in your state. But
and also, just want to point out, TCU's always good when they have a ginger quarterback. And Max Dugan is a ginger, wearing 15, running like Tim Tebow, playing like Andy Dalton from the pocket, with a potential first-round pick receiver. And also, you got to remember, Max Dugan had COVID and then they found out he had a heart issue and almost died and never played again. So he missed a whole year and then came back and won the starting job after the other QB got hurt. I think he has 26 touchdowns and 4 picks. Now, you got to look at what Caleb Williams is doing. He has 30 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. USC doesn't turn the ball over, but the problem is they get offensively stagnant for really long periods of time. There's no reason why you should be down 3-2 because you got a safety on Colorado. It's 3-2 at the end of the first quarter. You do that shit against Georgia, you're going to end up with Georgia and Oregon. Georgia, DP'd Oregon. It was bad. It was they violated Oregon in ways that, you just don't want to speak about ever again. And that was week 1. So then you factor in, okay, Georgia, they beat Tennessee. All they have to do is win an SEC title game. Alabama's done. They're done. Clemson's done because they got clapped by Notre Dame. So if Notre Dame can beat a top 4 team in Clemson and USC beats UCLA and Notre Dame and Oregon, come on. You have to put the Pac-12 in there. You have to respect USC. You have to respect the schedule. They were 4-8 last year. They were literally 4-8 last year, one of the worst teams in school history. Then you factor in the fact that Tuli Pilotu, wow, I told you to butcher his last name. I covered him since high school. Tuli Pilotu has 12.5 sacks. I don't know, 11.5. He has the most sacks since Morgan Breslin, who had 13. He actually sued USC because they botched his hip injury. He was going to go to the NFL. JUCO product too. But Tuli, has more sacks this one year than his entire career. The first 2 years of his career. and he's looking like a surefire first-round pick. Better than Drake Jackson. Eric Gentry's hurt. It kind of like he solidified their pass defense because you couldn't really throw over the middle like that. I mean, the Utah game was an aberration, but I mean, he's a 6'7" linebacker who's incredibly rangy and can rush the passer. He's not out there in the middle. You got Shane Lee, who is not good in coverage. Thumper, he's a great human being. Thumper, he should be a middle linebacker, but he shouldn't be out covering running backs on wheel routes because we saw how that goes. He had a touchdown scored on him. I don't think it was the Cal game. I think it was before that. It might have been not Oregon State, but he gets exposed in coverage. Raylan Goforth is a pretty good all-around linebacker. And other guys on the D-line are kind of starting to step up. That secondary, honestly, is one of the best in the country, if we're being honest. I mean, they have like 27 takeaways. They get interceptions. They have 2 competent safeties, competent corners. They don't really give up too much. The Cal game was...
All right, bro. I thought you were saying we were going to talk that much USC.
I'm saying this USC-UCLA game was kind of huge.
Jeez. I know. Welcome to Kenny or Troy's podcast.
Shut up.
All right, other stuff in college football.
Yeah, Tennessee really, like, this playoff situation is going to be really interesting because TCU could really get fucked over and passed by a 2-loss LSU team that they beat 40-13. If LSU wins all the way out with Brian Kelly in his first year at LSU, they'll be the first and only 2-loss team to ever make the playoff. And Tennessee will be at 5 left out, even though I think Tennessee's better than Michigan. But Michigan can't really pass the ball. They just run the ball so great, and their defense is, like, top-notch. All right, so Jimbo Fisher really should be on the hot seat because, yeah, they suck, and I'll close it out and let Nikki have that one. But Iowa and Iowa State announced they've extended their football series, the Cy-Hawk Trophy, through 2027. Rest in peace to all the people who were injured during the Virginia shooting massacre.
Yeah, what 3 players killed by a former football player, 2018.
He was a walk-on, and they was already on the list. Like he was already on the authorities' list because they said he had a gun.
Yeah, they had already checked him out a few times.
Shit, really? I didn't even know that actually.
Yeah, they killed like 6 people, and a couple other people got shot. One person got shot in the spine, but he lived.
Yeah. Well,
tried to save people.
I remember like when we were in school and stuff, like
Virginia Tech.
There would always be, well, besides that, but yeah.
Oh,
Virginia
yeah,
Tech.
my brother goes there, actually.
But yeah, like, I just remember, like, we'd always, like, joke, like, oh, another dorms threat, another dorms thing, another, like.
Right. Son, yeah.
But it's like sometimes those things are necessary, like.
They came back from
because if they can prevent something like that, like. Yeah. I don't know, just tragic. A couple of players tonight, I think. I forgot in which team, but they wore some cleats as a tribute to the players that lost their lives.
The Tulane game? Because I know the ACC, they're going to do that, and they canceled their Coastal Carolina game. And they're probably going to cancel their last game against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech knows their pain because they went through it like a decade ago. It's just really sad and unfortunate, man. You don't go to college to get shot up like that.
Nobody goes to college to die.
Yeah. And mainly you don't go to college to get shot up.
Or get sexually assaulted. But unfortunately.
Both those things exist everywhere on Earth.
Actually, but statistically, college is like.
The most dangerous place.
Yep.
Alcohol, young minds. Yeah, and even like, I remember our former publisher was talking about it. She's like, there's actually like, they don't talk about like the violence against men late at night. Because like, let's say you're dropping a girl off at her dorm. Okay, she's home safe, but you got to get home. You get robbed, you get killed. They don't necessarily factor in those statistics. And like, there's a danger, just an inherent danger, like being young and in college. And like the times have changed to where now you see more shootings. Sexual assault has always been rampant, but it's even more layered, and there's just more and more different ways to where people can get hurt, things can happen, and you can only prepare so much and try to live your life and try to make something of yourself. Like, it's a whole lot going on out here. So, prayers up for everybody touched by that situation in Virginia, to the families, to everyone who was lost, to everyone who's still hanging on, trying to figure things out. I understand them canceling the game, but I would also understand if I was a senior on that team, I wouldn't want those 2 games taken from me if I know I'm never going to play football again. I could understand that and being upset that, like, so this tragedy happened and you compound it by taking away games like we did something wrong. You're like, well, some things are bigger than football. Well, it's like, yeah, I was trying to make it to the NFL, and I needed that tape. I needed those games. Now I have, the Tropicana Bowl? Now I got to wait till, like, December. There's no even guarantee that'll happen. And then there's the XFL draft and all that. That already happened. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a really sad, unfortunate situation.
Which I noticed wasn't on the rundown.
It wasn't, because we're not going to fucking talk about the XFL draft. How, like, half the first-round picks were all former Raiders.
You spent a solid, like, in the course of, like, maybe 10 episodes, maybe a solid, like...
Once they didn't have an LA team...
Can I finish?
Nah, fuck that.
Can I finish?
Nah, fuck that.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
You spent a solid, like, 10-episode build-up, probably, like, 10 to 15 minutes each, so probably a solid, let's say, 2 hours of this show's airtime, hyping up the XFL, and now it finally takes the next step, and you're just like, fuck the XFL.
They're not in an LA market. They got scared.
Kenny's gaslight.
Oh, they gaslit me. They put a fucking team in Vegas like I'm supposed to be like, oh, I'm going to go to Vegas. No, I'm not. I'm going to Vegas for the Pac-12 title game. That's it. I'm thoroughly upset.
Yeah, and I put this one yesterday, but I put this one too. But yesterday, Central Michigan and Western Michigan, which is actually a big rivalry out there, they had a game in the shit ton of snow.
Yeah,
it looked like an NFL Films Presents situation. Like, the only thing that was missing was the field goal in front of the end zone. Like,
and the Sable voices.
Yeah, exactly.
Sable family.
Yeah, but it looked like a good grinder, old school sort of.
Don't say grinder.
Football game.
Don't say grinder.
Groom's grinders.
Pick a different word.
Groom's grinders.
Pick a different word.
Groom's grinders.
Don't qualify by saying Gruden. He's kind of disgraced, in case you hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
You just made that
He's
worse.
Still his court case is still going though, so
exactly.
He might get some redemption.
Hey Nikki, tell us how bad Texas A&M is, so we can end this on a high note. They're like 3-8.
I don't think Jimbo Fisher is going to get fired. To be honest, I think we're 3-7, something like that. But no, I don't think Jimbo Fisher is going to get fired. I think that the university's already spent too much time and effort on him to get rid of him now. I mean, he has. I want to say he signed a 10-year, fully guaranteed contract last year, and I think it was worth, I want to say, between like $95 and $100 million.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like one of the biggest deals in college football history too. There's no way that A&M is just going to give up $100 million and then move on. You know what I mean?
And he signed like a top 5 recruiting class.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing with him though, is they say he's like a really great recruiter. Like, that's his thing, is like recruiting.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we had, quite the freshman class. I think they need some time to develop first. And I know like people have been throwing that word around a lot about development or whatever, but I think that time will tell. I think we should, circle back maybe a year from now, maybe 2 years from now, when these kids are like juniors, seniors, and see like if it was all worth it or whatever. But I don't think that the university is going to be firing him anytime soon. I don't know if y'all saw what Charles Barkley said about it. He said something about how he's going to get fired and Deion Sanders is going to take over. That was his hot take of the week, but
everything Charles says, the opposite happens. Like, as soon as he predicted the Clippers were going to win a championship, the whole bottom fell out
Oh no!
and everyone got hurt, and that was the end of our asterisk dynasty.
Some dude really said Paul George is the best player in the NBA or some shit like that. Hey, bro.
You don't even watch basketball.
I do, but I was like, actually,
You don't even watch basketball.
I don't watch
bro.
Clipper basketball.
Paul George has been like an MVP, top 3 in MVP finish like 3 times, bro, with 3 different
But don't
teams
say he's the best
in 3
player in the
different
NBA.
systems.
Don't say
like,
he's the best player in the NBA right now. That dude was smoking crack.
He's a great 2-way player, bro. He's in the conversation. He's in the top 5. Yeah, he's
but
right
he's
there.
never won. He's not better than Giannis, so he can never be one. He's not better than John Morant. John Morant on the Clippers would be fucking live.
No shit.
That shit would be dumb. It would be over. I would actually pick them to win the title if they had John Morant. Like, if they somehow...
Well, we'll see. They had the original John Morant. See if he can put it together.
Who's the original John Morant?
John Wall.
Bro, John Wall never had a jump shot like that coming out of college.
Yeah, but Josh...
He had everything else.
Josh streaky, though, too. But yeah, you're right. He's
talking
more...
about the dude from the Thunder?
No, I said Jaw is streaky.
Oh, okay.
He's streaky. But yeah, his shot is a little bit more refined than John Wall coming out.
He was fucking dominant coming out of college.
John Wall couldn't even hit the rim from a 3-point when he first came out. Like
yeah.
He had to refine his shooting technique. But
he was
now he's hitting threes.
He was like Rondo with all the athleticism turned up.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll see. Right now they're in the 9th seed. 1 game out from Sacramento. Shout out to De'Aaron Fox.
Man, I just need De'Aaron Fox to get the fuck out of Sacramento, bro.
He's not going to. He's going to stay.
He's going to stay there like an idiot. And they're never going to turn it around.
I mean, that's what Lillard's doing.
Man, I'm not going to slander Lillard because he's a Bay Area legend. He needs to get the fuck out of there, too. You're never winning in Portland. Nobody wins in Portland.
They won a championship before.
75.
It's the top.
My mother was 11. No, wait. My mother was 11 when they won a championship.
They're always in the mix.
My mother was 11 when they won a championship.
They love basketball.
My mother was 11 when they won a championship.
Well, that's more than the Clippers, so...
They got close, and then the Lakers existed, and Bonzi Wells, like, if that Portland team had won a championship, that should have been crazy. But,
all right, so take a tangent. Lucas, you want to go first?
Sure. Tangent. Will Derek Carr be a Raider next year?
I'm going to say no. And I've been saying no for a solid 4 years now. I think I officially turned on Derek Carr, I want to say, in 2018 versus Philadelphia. They were like 6-9.
Ooh.
When they were like 6-8. They were like 6-7, and that was the game that like made them 6-8 or whatever.
They could have made the playoffs.
And that, I think that was all they had to do was win. They had to win out, and they had a chance, and they couldn't do it. And I think that was after the index card game where he fumbled in the end zone. So that just parlayed me into giving up on Derek Carr. Like that was when I knew, like, okay, Derek Carr is not bad, but he's not a savior. Like he's decent enough to play in the league, but he's not going to get you over the hump. He's equivalent to a guy who can score 20 on a sorry team. And honestly, I don't even know if he's that anymore because now he has, as I mentioned, a top tackle, top tight end, top running back, and a top receiver.
Top tight end who hasn't played all year and dropped passes.
And he still ain't doing shit. So I don't really know what it is. And honestly, like the defense has gotten exposed the past couple of weeks, but they've made enough plays to win games. They're not good. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the defense is good, but they've put the offense in enough positions to win games. The offense hasn't executed, and so that's created a toxic circle jerk of the defense also not executing.
3 blown 17-point leagues.
But when
that's
you're
on your offense,
when you have an offensive coach, when you've spent all that money on Devontae Adams, when you have Josh Jacobs, like, you're an offensive-driven team. You're supposed to be playing with leads so that your pass rushers can get upfield and try to make tackles, and your supposed ball hawks can make interceptions. But guess what? The Raiders aren't doing that. So those D linemen that are supposed to be able to get upfield,
All 8 of them.
they can't two gap. So guess what? They're just getting the shit beat out of them in the run. Their linebackers have been asked for a solid 2 decades. Like, what was the last solid Raiders linebacker?
Kirk
Eric
Morrison.
Barton?
No.
Not even Kirk Morrison.
Morrison and Travis Howard.
Kirk Morrison was more on principle.
Thomas
but
Howard.
that man would still make a lot of tackles for 4 and 5
Thomas
yard
Howard had
gains.
6 interceptions.
He
got a Pro Bowl
he started the
season.
Danny Clark lineage. Like that's
No, Danny Clark was before him.
that's what I
fucked
mean.
up.
That he started the lineage though.
He's the Lamont Jordan
was
of
the
Raiders
next one.
linebackers?
He was the next one.
Is he the Lamont Jordan of Raiders linebackers?
Danny Clark passed it on to Kirk Morrison.
Hey,
and
Josh
then
Jacobs is
everything
just
just kept going.
Josh Jacobs is just a faster, more in shape Lamont Jordan.
Nah, he's
Go
different.
look at Lamont Jordan.
I've looked at Lamont
He got
Jordan.
more wiggle. He got more wiggle.
Nah, they play different. Lamont Jordan's more powerful too.
No, he's not.
Oh, Lamont Jordan
I
looks
thought
like a
you meant
little
Jacobs.
truck.
My bad.
Lamont,
Nah,
you
you're
see
right.
though? You see this
Nah,
man?
I
You
had
don't
it backwards.
listen, bro,
I had
because
it
you don't
backwards.
listen. You're just so focused on arguing, bro.
Nah,
Chill.
I wasn't focused on arguing. I was just saying, like,
Damn, I thought I was the one with high blood pressure.
mine's pretty low this week. But, like, to pretty much piggyback on what you said, honestly, I could see Derek Carr on the Rams. Because the Rams
Nah,
don't have,
I could-
Rams don't have any draft picks, and Matthew Stafford is a dud.
I could see him
He's
being
over.
in the car. I
Yeah,
could see
but
him.
why
Matthew
would-
Stafford is
why would the
fucking
Rams-
over.
Why would they want Carr? That doesn't make any sense.
I could see
'Cause
him
they don't
being
wanna
with the
start
Colts. I could see him being with the Colts
They're not going to be on the Colts.
or the Commanders.
Colts. Yeah,
They love
watch
Heineke too much.
Go to the Colts. That would be hilarious.
On the Texans,
Maybe
probably.
another
Texans.
30-year-old
See that?
quarterback. That would
On the
be hilarious.
on the Buccaneers, maybe.
Nah.
I could see Carr getting traded to the
No.
Buccaneers after Brady retires.
I was kind of thinking about it. Like, do I want Jameis?
No, you don't.
Do I though?
No, you don't.
do
no,
I
you
though?
don't. When I wanted Justin Fields when he was trash and nobody wanted him, everybody was like, "No, it's dumb. Carr's better than Fields."
Jameis has a better.
Look at him now.
Jameis probably has a better record than Derek Carr,
He does.
and he probably has more touchdowns.
He's injury prone. Andy Dalton.
and he probably
He lost his job to Andy Dalton.
He probably has more interceptions.
He lost his job to Andy Dalton.
He got hurt.
He hasn't gotten the
He
job
lost-
back from Andy Dalton.
He lost the locker room.
He hasn't.
He lost the locker room to Andy Dalton. He didn't lose the job. He lost the locker room.
That's even worse.
He's still out there
Yeah.
doing pregame speeches.
Bro,
Licking
everyone
his fingers.
loves Andy Dalton. Like
I don't know why.
dating back to like TCU, like everyone raves about Andy Dalton.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
he's like a really great stand-up dude.
Great guy.
Apparently, yeah. So
Can't
Yeah,
win you a big game though.
Bengals screwed him.
He's been terrible. Andy Dalton's been terrible the last couple games. All I'm saying is, if you look, hell, I don't know what's a bigger letdown: the Raiders, Michael Thomas, or Stylebender getting his ass beat. Like, honestly, both the boys lost their titles in one weekend. But anyway, you look at this situation with Carr. Have a first-round pick. You have to address the quarterback situation. Because, okay, if you're not going to go get Bryce Young and you're not going to get C.J. Stroud, don't reach for Will Levis because I don't fucking trust anybody who puts mayonnaise in a
my
goddamn
whole
coffee.
thought though is
I'd rather have Will Anderson or trade down for multiple first-round picks.
my
Do what
whole
Philly
thought.
did.
My whole thought is though, like I don't really trust Josh McDaniels to develop a quarterback.
Mac Jones looked halfway decent.
Yeah, that's it though. So it's like
Bryce Young wouldn't be his speed.
I don't know, man.
It would be C.J. Stroud because C.J. Stroud stays in the pocket, throws from the pocket, and is accurate. But here's my thing: when the Bears had Matt Nagy, you could have packaged Derek Carr, a first, and Josh Jacobs to Chicago to get Justin Fields because the franchise was not sold on him. The fan base was not sold on him. They could have stole him and be like, look, we got your starting quarterback. You're not starting all the way over. You got a Pro Bowl running back.
all right, bro. Can we get
and
out
a
of Kenny
first-round
Land?
pick.
We get out of Kenny Land.
The way these players are going, the way for how little they gave up for Roquan, they could have gotten Carr. But now Carr has no value because he sucks. So you're either gonna cut Carr once his contract next year.
They're gonna keep him. 'Cause he's still owed a lot of money. They're gonna have to either keep him as a
There's
bridge
certain
guy.
date, there's a certain date
or
next
trade
year
him.
they can cut him they can cut him, and it's all gravy.
They still got to pay him like half the money though. It's still
and then you have to pay Josh Jacobs. So you're going to lose Josh Jacobs probably.
But anyways, this year they already had like $60 million in dead money, so it really doesn't matter.
And then Chandler Jones is a fucking bust. I bet they should have just kept Yannick. At least he is producing this year. Hell, Yannick has more sacks in one season than Crosby does for his career. Crosby's never had 10 sacks in the season.
Well, he has 8 this year, so
he's
on track.
Took long enough.
I mean, it doesn't help that he literally has nobody on his defensive line.
I don't want to hear that. They told us they signed 8 D tackles, 60 tackles, and drafted 2 more. Shout out to Unfiltered Truth. I gotta talk to y'all about this, bro, because 8 D tackles. I was like, so you're telling me Tariq Woolen, who leads the league in interceptions, by the way, saw him at the Senior Bowl, everything is advertised, and then ran a fucking 4.26 at 6'4", and then Kobe Bryant, who leads the league in forced fumbles, who was a stud at the Senior Bowl. Like, that's what I'm saying. The Raiders don't draft talent. They don't draft good players and then develop good players. They draft people who might fit and would not be drafted anywhere else. They're fucking stupid and moronic. It's like, hey, you could just take these guys as they come and build from that. Name one corner on this team that you trust. Exactly.
My whole thing is, like
Tyree Williams is a starting corner leading the league, having an all-pro season.
My whole thing is, like you said,
Hobbs is hurt.
They don't roll.
He's a nickel.
They don't roll the dice on like players with high upside,
and
they don't develop players that they think might fit. So it's like
Wilder's plateaued.
They just caught, like, they just don't do anything. Like, they literally take players, like you said, they think might fit, but don't develop them, give up on them too quick, change the scheme, change whatever, and then they pass on guys with high upside and high traits. So it's like you don't have anything in the cupboard, but you're the one who does the shopping.
Yep.
And then you also hate all the seasonings and everything that's in there. So it's like,
but you gave us food poisoning.
But what? So you signed to Sean Bauer, bro. Like you played to Sean Bauer.
Teamer. Why the fuck is Teamer an NFL?
You're playing to Sean Bauer over Cleveland Farrell, and I get it. Cleveland Farrell is not good, but But he's better than Tashawn Bauer, and he's arguably better, and he's about the same as Chandler Jones.
What happened to Malcolm Kuntz?
And he's about the same as Chandler Jones.
Y'all tried to tell me Malcolm Kuntz was the next Khalil Mack. I remember.
I never said that.
People were saying,
never once said
people
that.
were saying he was going to be
Raiders Twitter
baby
said that.
Khalil
I never
Mack.
said that.
And I'm like, don't disappear now. I got the receipts.
I never said
everybody was like, oh, not everybody, but 90% of people were like, oh, it's a Drake. The Raiders have never had a great draft class. Maybe since Charles Woodson.
2014.
That was it. And they fucked that up.
Yeah, they fucked it up. That was the best.
They fucked it up that year.
That was honestly the best draft class they probably ever had.
And now all those dudes are going to be gone.
Literally, that's the best draft class they've ever had.
Better than the Woodson class, because like Khalil Mack was all pro as a rookie at two positions. No, that was next year, but he was all pro, damn near as a rookie. Run stopping wise.
Well, Gabe Jackson was a starter.
Gabe Jackson, they fucked
Derek Carr
Gabe Jackson up by
Pro
moving him to a position he never played. Like, they had a perfect offensive line who could run and pass block. All Derek had to do was just get the ball out and not be a candy ass.
All right, next one.
I'm just...
You're just on everything today.
I don't patience. I don't patience today, bro.
All right, so the tangent. Will Jeff Saturday lead the Colts to the playoffs?
Hell no.
No way,
bro. I could have led that Colts team to a Super Bowl, to a win against the Raiders last week.
Hey, I think they have a shot because the AFC South fucking sucks.
Man. I think the thing
that
is,
whole division sucks.
The thing is, when I looked at the schedule, I already knew the Colts game was going to be a tough game because arguably the Colts have a better roster than the Raiders, minus the quarterback. And the quarterback made enough plays to win. So, like, honestly, the loss wasn't that surprising. The surprising part was that Jeff Saturday did it coming off the couch or coming off the booth or wherever the fuck he was.
All he did was just run the ball and do more double teams and like actually. Hey, we have Quentin Nelson as an offensive lineman. Why are we running the ball?
He just did what they do well. Like, and that's the thing with these coaches. Like sometimes they just get in their way. Like even Sean McVay, it's like you can be too smart. You can do too much. Like sometimes you just need to make it a fucking video game and push the same play 7 times. Because guess what? It fucking works.
Yeah.
All right.
Or
next one.
Arizona did.
All right. Do you think the Vikings could go to the Super
Bowl? Jefferson is
I
a
didn't
monster.
think the Vikings were going to be this good this year.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to definitely take a step back.
I think the defense was going to be as good.
Well,
the defense reshuffled.
Does suck. So
Patrick Peterson having a Pro Bowl year. Put some respect on that man's name.
And he wasn't even playing last year.
I mean,
he got roasted a couple times last year.
Yeah.
He was barely playing, though. Like, he only played like 40% of snaps, something like that. Probably even less.
Well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I mean, I didn't think they'd make it this far, but hey, man, like.
And they lost their first round pick, Lewis Sign, to a compound fracture.
They have a top 5 receiver, a top 5 running back, and Kirk Cousins is kind of balling. So
and Hockenson is that tight end, and he's only going to get better.
Yeah, so I mean they have enough.
I just don't trust Kirk Cousins in the clutch. But if Philly is your only opposition in the NFC title game, then yeah, they're a Super Bowl contender.
And I quietly got that Kirk Cousins stack in like 3 leagues now, so pretty happy about that.
I slid that for a couple weeks. It got me through.
Yeah, but I got Justin Jefferson. That's the thing.
Yeah. I was like, Justin Jefferson could have been a Raider. They passed on him too.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders passed on Justin Jefferson.
He could have been an Eagle too.
Yeah. Jefferson.
Last one.
Good God.
Wow. I was gonna.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So. Sure. I'm assuming it was Peyton.
Yep.
Yeah. XFL?
Yeah, no. So Peyton Manning was asked, like, hey, if they came to you and said, do you want to be Roger Goodell's successor? Like, would you take the job? And he was like, I don't think I'm qualified to take that job. So, no, I wouldn't. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to just say, like, I think in some ways, if Jeff Saturday can coach, like, maybe Manning could manage all those old white egos, but like I don't think he really wants to. I think that's why he's an owner. Like he wants to influence them, but I don't think he wants them to be his boss. And so he's already got enough money as far as broadcasting, all his different business ventures. Like I don't think he really needs to be commissioner. And besides, you should probably be a lawyer to be the commissioner, and I think that's really what he was getting to as well.
Right.
But I mean, who knows? Maybe one of the PA reps could take it.
Here's what's the problem. He would have to turn on everything he knows. When you're the commissioner, you're kind of anti-player. You work for the owners.
Exactly. Yeah.
That would be the ultimate heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
Like people would start to hate Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
Like. And you don't want to put yourself in a position when you have that high of a Q rating in the media and just in general to then become the bad guy willingly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know who it would be interesting if he became commissioner? Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Because he could be a heel. He could be a face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he could be doing what's best for business because that's what's going to line his pockets. And also he would stomp down for the betterment of the game. Like he's like, when he talked about, defenses are being punished because the offenses are stupid. Why is a quarterback throwing a ball that's going to get your receiver killed, but then you throw the flag on the defender?
Derek Carr
got getting a lot of people CTE out here.
All right. Touchdown or turnover?
Hunter Renfrow.
Nikki, are you ready?
Bro, Tom Brady, succeeding Roger Goodell would be like the most ironic, righteous indignation I've ever heard in my life.
It's like the
Really?
It's like the Death Star being finished in the next Star Wars movie.
All right, go ahead. Touchdown or turnover.
Like I said, hell would freeze over before that happened. But all right, touchdown or turnover. Hold on, I'm sorry. Tillery claimed by Raiders off waivers. Touchdown or turnover.
Yeah, so he's a 2018 first round pick or 2019 first round pick? 2019, 2020, 21. 2019 first round pick. He went in the 20s out of Notre
29.
Dame. Supposed to be kind of a three technique guy. They've used him more as a two gapper. They've used him as an end. They've used him as a nose tackle. They've used him all over. Hasn't really been super productive, but has been decent. I think he has like 3.5 sack average over his career. This year, he's on the downside. Like, he was only playing like 30 or 40% of snaps. Only has like 1 sack. But hey, man, like
Got more than Chandler Jones.
At this point, he's got more than Bilal Nichols, so I'll take it. I don't know why Bilal Nichols continues to play. Like, he's not giving anything that Clinton Farrell doesn't give you. So that's the other thing that I'm having issues with this team is the favoritism. And I think that's what's both dividing the locker room and also going to continue to hold them back from winning, and probably a reason why Josh McDaniels should go. But hey, they finally signed someone who's young and has a tiny bit of upside. So I'll take it because guess what? I've been writing columns for them to sign fucking defensive tackles for 20 years. And now they finally signed defensive tackles this year. And they didn't sign any of the ones that I wanted. They signed a bunch of washed-ass dudes like they always do. Like,
Well,
man.
They signed them years after we want them. Like, they signed Sidney Jones. Like, you could have drafted Sidney Jones.
No, it's not even that. Like Willie Collins, bro. Washed, trash, 15 million. Yeah, Mo Hurst, he's been hurt since, but he was good, and you didn't even keep him. Like, it's just that's what I'm saying.
Eight
like
defensive tackles, bro. They signed 8.
We haven't had
tackles.
a dominant defensive tackle since Richard Seymour, Tommy Kelly, and Warren Sapp.
Tommy Kelly was not.
And
dominant.
if you look at he was a Pro Bowler, and he had
Tommy
8 sacks.
Kelly was
one
a
year.
Pro Bowler.
And he was an alternate one year, and he had like 8 sacks.
Oh yeah, I remember that one year.
Yeah.
I thought he was.
That was the year that he blew up as a fucking in the Detroit game, and then they lost and didn't make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, and honestly, like if you look at the history of the Raiders, anytime they've been good, and this will probably be my next comment because I haven't been really raised this part just because it goes without saying. But anytime the Raiders have been good, they've had a good defensive tackle. Like
that was the spear,
it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Like, I don't know why they haven't invested in that area. Like, I think they said Fig Tafur or Josh Will tweeted that they're like 31 in spending on defense in like the last 5 years. So, yeah. And it's not because they haven't signed guys. They just signed one guy, overpay him, expect him to be a savior, and then don't put any other infusion of talent around him. And then, yeah, the draft picks also bust.
Great teams pick one side of the ball and say, we're going to build the draft on this side and then go through free agency on this side. Or take best player available.
I think the only thing
Seahawks did it
more dire than talking about the Raiders is talking about the environment. Put it to you that way.
I mean, money plays. Bilal Nichols got paid, so they're gonna play him.
He didn't even get paid though. He only makes like $4.5 million.
Doesn't matter. That's $4.5 million.
That's not a lot. They're paying a lot more people to not be on the roster.
Well, if he's playing, whether you like it or not. He's playing.
All right, next one.
He shows up every day.
Next one is it Mater Day?
Mater Day. Spell check is weird. I'm sorry.
All right, I did not mean to butcher that. Sorry to all y'all. Mater Day people.
Which diocese is going to be after you?
Can you set it up? Because you just wrote Mater Day.
Yeah, so Mater Day's head coach announced he's going to retire.
So touchdown or turnover?
Bruce Rollinson. He's been there like 37 years. Some shit like that. He's the winningest coach in
Is
high
that
school.
a high school or?
Yes,
it's like one of the winningest high schools in
the country.
The country. Yeah. And
Currently or in general?
No, the country. Like they have titles.
Bryce Young go there. Bryce Young went there, right?
Yeah.
And CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud went somewhere else. CJ Stroud's from Pasadena.
I only know Texas.
Modern Day had Amon-Ra St. Brown. They had a bunch of transfers that one year. Like that 28.
Nah, Amon-Ra went to Olu.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
went to Olu.
Went to Modern Day.
He transferred?
Touchdown passes. See?
He transferred?
All their players transferred, bro. JT Daniels was a junior and was throwing touchdown passes to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I guess that's true.
You're thinking of his brothers, probably. Osiris went to Stanford. Never did shit.
Well, Amon-Ra started his career at Olu.
Yeah. Well, so do a lot of guys. Los Alamitos is actually on the up and up. But nah, like, yeah, he said it's just the right time. He told the seniors after. I mean, how much more can you win? And also the school, like, in the Trinity League in Orange County, they've never had a black football head coach. Never had a black head coach. Ever. Because, you know, for those of you who didn't know, after the Holocaust, Orange County the government literally brought over Nazi scientists and moved them in Orange County. Like, Orange County was like literally a Nazi hotbed. Like Jim Morrison from The Doors. Like, there's a whole time period in that area where a lot of weird, occultic, weird shit was going on. People were getting killed. But it was like a Nazi hotbed in Orange County. Like, that's literally the birth of it. Like, they brought over all those different types of people, scientists, draft dodgers, whatever. Put them in Orange County. That's why Orange County's so racist and always has had that zeal of racism no matter where you go. And it bleeds into their politics in every aspect of their life out there, in particular with high school football coaches. Because how has there never been a black high school football coach at any Trinity League school? And all their players are predominantly black. So in the inner city, think about it, Long Beach Poly, when they won a state title, it wasn't with a black coach. Travis Clark is like the only black coach in California's high school football history to literally win a CIF state championship at Lawndale. He's the only one. And this is like 4 years ago. 4 years ago to the, like, literally to the month, damn near. So Rollinson stepping down. They were talking about coach at Bellflower, Keith Miller, potentially. A couple black candidates. Who should be the next coach at Modern Day? But you got to factor in the racism, Catholic Church, Archdiocese, and the fact that they're literally fighting off sexual assault claims, rape claims, child abuse claims. We had on our homie Connor Morissette. Like, we talked about it. There's Modern Day's been facing a lot of charges for a long time now, and I guess Rollinson just doesn't want to be around for it. And also, he's been coaching for like 40, 50 years. So, yeah, and they're going to win again. They're probably going to win another state title like they did last year and during COVID when they outright dominated everybody. So it's a touchdown for him, but I mean, the high school landscape is drastically changing because Servite's head coach stepped down too. Their longtime coach, Servite.
Yeah, that's where Amon-Ra started. Servite.
He started at Servite.
It wasn't Olu.
Yeah. Also, and you got to factor in, Modern Day has a black quarterback right now. I forget his name, but he's 24-0. He's never lost a game in his career. And he's going to be like a top 2024 QB recruit. So the balance of power is changing. It's a power vacuum.
I think
he's gone.
I think it's like not to the same degree of
and somebody upset
Penn State,
Front Centennial.
But it's like it's one of those situations where it's like, Yeah, you're not without blame, and it's easier if you just kind of walk away and let the 30 years of memories kind of be what people remember you for, rather than this whole fallout, rebuild, kind of finally having to take accountability phase. That
What does the Catholic Church take accountability?
Modern day is going to have to deal with. So,
what does the Catholic Church take accountability? Well, the Archdiocese. So, like, that's why they can beat all these charges, because they're literally connected that deep, and it's Orange County. There's a lot of money and pride and privilege involved, and cats ain't gonna flip on each other like that. And also, high school beat Corona Centennial for the first time in like a really long time in the playoffs. I feel like you know who they are. I can't remember the name, but that was also huge too. So, like, the high school football landscape is changing, but this is, like, the biggest thing because he announced this, like, literally last week. After practice to the players.
Vista Marietta?
Yeah, Vista Marietta beat them for the first time in, like, forever. So, like, you got to remember, Vista Marietta was, like, one of the best teams in the country. That was when they had Sewell Cravens. So.
No, they lost to Mission Viejo. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mission Viejo. There you go. Like, schools like that, now that, Modern Day has to get a new head coach, and then let's say if they get a black head coach, and even if he's winning, if those uppity-ass white parents don't like him, well, you know how that goes, especially in high school sports. Most underappreciated people in high school sports are the coaches, in particular the football coaches.
All right, next one, Nikki.
All right, Amari Rodgers were released by the Packers, claimed by Texans off waivers, as well as Hill, also released by the Packers. Touchdown or turnover?
I'm going to say it's a touchdown for obvious reasons because I'm biased, and that just means more rest for Sammy Watkins.
I mean, Sammy Watkins, they returning no punts. Amari Rodgers muffed a punt, and now he's in Houston, which will probably get more playing time and more receiving yards, too.
Yeah, it's probably a better spot for him.
Sammy Watkins ain't going to do shit, bro. I don't know why you keep thinking he's going to do something. He's like the Jerry Porter of receivers. He's just going to keep letting you down.
Nah, Jerry Porter didn't let me down. He was out the league.
You sure he didn't let you down?
He was out the league.
How many 1,000-yard receivers seasons did Jerry Porter have?
One.
Remember the two that he should have had?
And he had another one
like
where
942.
It was and another one that was like 880 or something.
I think he had like a 998 year or some shit like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I would fire on my quarterback. Bitch, if you don't throw me a 2-yard screen.
But then in Madden, every time he left as a free agent, he always went on to be like a 93 and become a Pro Bowler, and that shit always pissed me off too.
Yeah. Him star.
All right. Next one.
All right, last one for this. We got the shop for Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, so we'll get to this more later, but LeBron and Spring Hill basically announced that they're going to be doing a broadcast with the shop for Thursday Night Football, essentially kind of taking on the Manning cast as kind of like that secondary experience.
You need to do that shit for basketball.
So
talk about how shitty the Lakers are.
I'm gonna say it's a turnover because the shop has already kind of lost steam. I think it's an innovative thing, and it's cool to see players in their element chopping it up. But it's also like kind of really produced and kind of like clout chasey and like.
I don't give a fuck what Maverick Carter has to say.
It's like
the pivot did it better. I Am Athlete did it better. In the story.
But I think they're different though because the shop is like there's more people and it's more than just sports and it's like
LeBron got Beijing and getting his fucking haircut. Ooh, I'm upset. This should be fade or fair. I'm sick of LeBron, bro.
Yeah,
I'm fucking sick of LeBron.
That's coming up next.
I'm so fucking sick of LeBron.
That's coming up next.
Jesus Christ.
All right, well, let's just start there.
Go string your fucking punk ass being a trash Lakers player. Come off the bench, LeBron. How about that? Russell plays better than you. Come off the bench.
He doesn't. This is why we don't pay you for basketball takes. Should really start a Patreon for your basketball takes where you just spew your fucking hot garbage takes and like see if people will actually pay to listen to you. Like, just fucking say random.
All the shit you said that. All the shit you said that
shit.
I said was a freezing cold take came true though.
Like what?
Anthony Davis
What?
to the Lakers. I called it years before it happened.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said it was going to happen. You said,
didn't.
you're stupid, bro.
No,
They're not going to
you
break up
didn't.
that nucleus.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
No,
did.
you didn't.
I said it on
No,
multiple.
you didn't.
I said it on
No,
courts.
you didn't,
I said it
bro.
on like 4 different podcasts,
No,
bro.
you didn't,
I
bro.
said it. I put my name out there and got
didn't.
laughed
No,
out the
you
room.
didn't.
Nobody took me serious.
No, you didn't, bro.
The same way I said Jalen Ramsey was getting traded.
You got Jalen Ramsey. That was it, bro.
I got like 4. No,
That
fuck
was
that.
it. You got Jalen
bro.
Ramsey. That's
Y'all got to
it.
start giving me my props. I be predicting a lot of shit.
You be getting a lot of shit wrong too, bro.
and
You get a lot of shit wrong too.
my percentage is pretty high. It may not be
Adjacent,
all time. It may not be 500, but it's about 497.
but yeah, and if it's 497,
And baseball, that's fucking excellent.
your football is definitely higher, but your basketball is like way lower. Like your basketball is fucking trash, bro.
Because I'm a Lakers homer, so I can't
Nah, not even that,
I'm
bro.
a Lakers homer.
Not even that.
Like, I really want LeBron to get traded to the fucking Knicks and just let him destroy basketball. Let him and James Dolan go to war like fucking Hela and Surtur and Thor Ragnarok. I can't beat you, but I know who can. Yeah, just send LeBron to the Knicks. Just do that. Just reset the NBA. He's already, like, fucked it up. So you might as well just go to the
Or
Knicks.
just trade him for KD.
That's never going to happen, bro. He ain't playing. LeBron ain't playing in New Jersey. All them hood ass.
They don't play in New Jersey, dumbass. They play in Brooklyn. This is what I'm talking about.
Man,
This is what I'm talking
you think
about.
LeBron not gonna get a house in Jersey? You think LeBron not gonna get a house in Jersey and live next to Joe Budden? Okay,
I don't know. Maybe.
I have fucking shop episodes every week, and I'm gonna blame you for it.
Yeah, he'll just start.
He'll be saying, he'd be like, "Man, I remember when Illmatic came out. Man, I went to the store.
he'll
and bought
live-
it."
he'll-
He'll lie and make up some
No,
shit.
he'll live in Brooklyn and buy a fucking corner that Jay-Z or Biggie
He'll-
used to stand on.
he'll buy the
and then
Bed-Stuy
fucking-
apartments.
Like right next to Jay-Z.
Yeah, some shit like that.
He'll buy the Bed-Stuy apartments.
All right, fair or fade? First up, LeBron James' exploitation of LA culture. In case you missed it, him and Spring Hill announced the Nipsey documentary. It's coming out. They're working on it. I forgot what service it's on, but it's coming out. Probably on fucking Revolt because Revolt shared it too. But yeah, the Nipsey documentary is being done by LeBron. He's the EP of it. So
God, like when the EP
Fair.
2 Chainz album.
or fade.
Like when the EP 2 Chainz album.
I didn't know that. But
Oh, you didn't-
exactly.
It was some bullshit. He didn't do
Exactly.
shit. 2 Chainz put that whole album together. LeBron was just there. It's like LeBron. Oh my God, bro. First, motherfucker lied. First off, I don't believe he's ever read more than 2 pages of a book to start. I think he just starts in the middle and works his way back. I swear to God.
Well, you think
He probably
he's like
does.
Taylor? He doesn't know how to read.
You probably.
I don't think he knows how to kill a mock.
Wait, hold on.
What'd you say?
Wait, hold on. You think LeBron doesn't know how to read?
No, he knows how to read. He just like likes to clout chase reading.
Yeah, nah, I got you.
Like he's never read. He's never got to the end of a Dr. Seuss book. He just knows 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. What'd you say?
A bunch of like y'all seen all those pictures? Someone put a bunch of pictures together of LeBron on different dates, walking around with the same book, and he's always reading like the first page.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
So he's clout reading.
Fucking-
He's acting like he's smart or something.
the fucking autobiography of Malcolm X and shit like that. Like I'm telling you, he gonna come out and be like, man, Nipsey was in my top 8. I'm telling you, he gonna say some shit with Nipsey. He gonna have Nipsey's music playing on an old MySpace page somewhere on a fucking server, and we can't prove it. And he'll just come out and say it. Like, man, I knew Hermes. I was like, no, you didn't. You grew up in Cleveland with white parents. Shut the fuck up. Your mom was like out here smoking crack and doing whatever. And then when you got in the NBA, she fucked Delonte West. Like, seriously, LeBron, you're fake and phony. Like,
Yeah,
I'm tired of it, bro. I'm so tired of LeBron and his bullshit. Like,
Bro, I've been tired of it. I've been tired of it since.
I never wanted him to be a Laker. That's how tired of it I am.
I've been okay.
Never wanted it.
This is that shit that I'm talking about, bro. This is why I fucking hate Laker fans, bro. I never wanted it, but
I didn't.
But the banner was real. But the fucking bubble was real.
I don't respect the banner.
bubble was real.
I don't respect the banner, bro.
Fuck up,
I told you I didn't respect the banner.
Shut the fuck up.
Phoenix went 13-0 and didn't get the playoffs. What the fuck are we talking about? That was stupid.
All right.
Like, anyways, LeBron lies about. He habitually lies about everything that he doesn't need to lie about, which makes me not want to trust you. It's like when Russell came out and said, you know, Rock Nation gave him dirty, shitty deals, and you looking at Jay-Z like, that's how you do business, Jay? Like,
all right, can I talk? Because you've been burning all day. You ain't let me talk all day.
I ain't even been here all day.
I know.
I showed up at 7:50, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
Anyways, I've been done with LeBron. I've been done with LeBron since the first day I saw him wear fucking a Crenshaw shirt at Anthony Davis's arrival party. Like,
Was done when you didn't know shit about Tamir Rice.
Has he ever even like really been to Crenshaw like that? Like real Crenshaw? Like not the nice part of Crenshaw? Like, come on, LeBron. Stop it, bro.
Not the safe Dulanes. Not the safe Dulanes.
Stop it, bro. Like, Russell Westbrook has a production company that's done a lot of movies. Baron Davis has won awards for his production company, and he's actually done a lot of like influential, important films and movies on LA culture, including the Drew League and the Bloods and the Crips, which he both won awards for. So you're telling me those dudes couldn't have done this movie? You're telling me
DeRozan on Twitter, right?
you're telling me DeMar DeRozan or James Harden couldn't have put some money into this? Like, you're telling me that all the great basketball players that are from LA, that have played in LA, you're telling me not one of them could have got behind this? Like, it had to be LeBron. Like, LeBron was the only one. I don't know. To me,
I'm just a kid from Akron. Shut your ass up.
I'm supposed to be happy because, like, this is an important story for LA, an important story for hip hop. But, like, really? Like, I'm glad it's being made, but, like, it really had to be made by LeBron? Like,
I'm sick
really
of
had to be produced by LeBron?
I'm sick of out-of-towners constantly trying to tell our fucking story, bro.
Exactly.
You're not even from here.
Well, even
where you from fucking sucks. That's why you don't have any documentaries on it. Where you from fucking sucks. Go find Dean Ambrose and do a fucking documentary on Cleveland and Ohio. Go find like the Ohio players.
Go get Bone Thugs.
I think the Ohio players are from LA, if I'm not mistaken. Like, guess what? You know who else is from LA? Barry White. The motherfucker was a gang member. He was stomped down. Like, there's so many other people who can tell the story of LA, but this fake hairline having motherfucker, I swear, and Bronny needs to just go to CSUN and stop playing because he's not even nice like that as an elite prospect. He would get cooked in every other league.
Yeah, but ultimately, I'm just tired of LeBron. He wants to be from LA so bad, and now it's gone to the next level.
Set tripping ass.
It's gone to the next level of, like, he not only just wants to be LA, but, like, now he's exporting LA because he's been here for a few years. Like, chill, bro.
This is why real Lakers fans didn't want him here, because we know he didn't give a fuck about the team. He was coming to LA because it was a bag. It was a fucking bag to live in L.A. Like, right. Kobe gave a fuck about L.A. because he cut his teeth here. And he lived for this fucking city. LeBron did not. LeBron could take... Hell, I don't even think Miami wants him anymore. LeBron could take his ass somewhere else.
All right, fair fade. New York. Fair fade. Bruce Irvin, Cooper Kupp, and other NFL players calling for natural grass fields in place of turf. In addition to that, one of the Broncos linebacker who got hurt a few weeks, he's suing the Chargers, SoFi, the Matt company, basically saying, like, hey, you guys got all this $2 billion stadium, and you got $100 mats that are supposed to be in a restaurant covering some cables when we're all running at full speed with cleats on.
And he fell into, like, a bunch of cameras and shit.
Like, don't cut the corners.
Reggie Bush got $12 million for his slip and fall.
But yeah, fair or fade?
Total fade. That's why I'm saying Tom Brady is going to be the next commissioner of the NFL. This is something he would fight for and would get across because the owners would trust him enough. But then he would also, you know,
we've already talked about it at length, but I'll just again
there's
say
no give
this.
in turf.
I'll just say this.
And the pellets, we remember like when the Rams we used to play when they first got that turf put in, and all you would see for Rams preseason games is black pellets coming up in people's visors and shit. People damn near losing.
That was my 4 years of college. That was my 4 years of high school.
No, the Steven Jackson years.
That was my 4 years of high school.
The prime Steven Jackson years. That fucking salt.
I'm pretty
in your eye.
I'm pretty sure there's still black pellets around my house from like the socks and stuff.
I know a dude who retore. One of my teammates retore his ACL on Bolsa Grande's field.
But yeah, if you can have grass in Green Bay,
Bolsa Grande High School.
If you can have grass in Green Bay, you can have grass anywhere. So let's stop playing. And if
Soldier Field.
That's true.
And if you can put grass in the Raider Stadium, which has the sorriest team and the highest paid tickets, you can put grass anywhere. Come on, it's not that hard.
Hell, I would rather play in the old Oakland Stadium, the baseball field, than play on turf.
That's kind of fun though. But yeah,
you getting hella dirt, you fucking your knees up.
I mean, I just found it interesting how Bruce Irvin and Cooper Kupp were talking about this, like the day that they both took L's. I just found it kind of funny.
He also,
like,
yeah.
When you're blaming the turf, like I don't get it.
I mean, well, Kupp has
it's been going on.
Kupp's on IR.
Pete Carroll called it out too.
A lot of guys tore their ACL on
Right,
turf.
but the other thing is that like Kupp didn't even get the injury from like like how when he tore his ACL or whatever.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's true.
Because the Cardinals defender rolled into his ankle.
Yeah. Even Bruce Irvin though, he said the field in Germany was shit.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was pure garbage.
Well,
But it's like it's Germany.
Tom Brady did slip, so I'm surprised he didn't say anything about that.
Pete Carroll said it too, but he said it was equal, so that's why he's not complaining.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody's like,
but it was a close game though. So it's like whatever.
Yeah. All right, last one or second to last one. Fuck Ticketmaster and Live Nation. Fair or fade? I'm gonna say it's fair because someone said it. I don't know. Might have been someone conservative, but
what?
That Ticketmaster Live Nation merger should have never happened because Ticketmaster already owns such a lion's share of the secondary and first-hand ticket market. They already own a shit ton of the secondary ticket market. Live Nation produces events. And so now they're holding hands to where Live Nation events, which are all the big events, all the big concerts, are pretty much exclusively sold on Ticketmaster. And so the Ticketmaster app just fucks everyone in all sorts of ways, whether it's Odell, Taylor Swift,
Weekend,
whatever. Like people can't get tickets. They say they get tickets and then they click and it doesn't work. Or they just have to keep refreshing. And it's just a bullshit fucking workaround that we all do anytime we want to see someone, and the tickets are out of the world, and then fucking people and corporations just buy them up somehow, some way, nobody knows how, but they get them, throw them on StubHub and these other secondary markets for 10 times the price, and everyone else gets fucked.
Taxation without representation, defund Ticketmaster.
So yeah, fuck Ticketmaster and Live Nation. That's fade.
And
Stop fucking with us. Just give us tickets already.
And I'm not even a Taylor Swift fan, but she used to cancel her concert. Like, the music industry's fucking with her a lot. I mean, she did some shady shit to Drake allegedly, but like, the music industry's been fucking with Taylor Swift. But it's like, well, that's what happens when y'all don't want to unionize. When you want to be the biggest fucking fish in the sea, and then you mad because you ain't got no help. Well, that's because you didn't bring anybody with you. And also, like, didn't she like redo her whole album? Like, fucking Summer Walker redid her whole album and sped it up on the Chipmunk side of the game. So technically, her label can't benefit off of it because intellectual property law would state that it's a different product because it's sped up, something else. And then on TikTok, so she get in her bag. But artists are finding ways around this stuff. But it's like, yeah, bro, the processing fee. It's like I shouldn't have to be like, do I pay rent or do I pay this processing fee? Should be more than a credit card bill.
Well, the worst part is they don't just charge the processing fee. They
charge you a tax.
They charge a seller's fee too. They take it on the seller's end too. So they're taking basically 20 to 30% on every transaction.
So you paying an extra $80 on your ticket, and you might not even get your seat because, what they did with Taylor Swift, they just canceled the whole shit. It was some seats allegedly, some prices were like $94,000 for some of those tickets. I don't know how true that shit was, but them tickets were high, bro. Wait. What if I was screenshotting shit? I was like, "There's no way somebody's paying $94,000."
Wait, fair or fade?
Those ticket prices were outrageous for Taylor Swift.
Giving yourself your own fucking sneeze greeting. That was the loneliest shit I've ever seen, bro. You just gazoon-tied yourself, bro.
Sure did. Shout out to Quentin Williams. I love myself. God bless me to be here. God bless me to be here with you. You're welcome. Your bank account.
This one is yours. Last one. Our Zoom got fucked up. So hopefully our internet didn't get fucked up. I don't know what happened. Hopefully
I don't hear nobody.
He just froze.
All right, so we might have two. The episode might have got split again. I hate when that happens.
Damn it. And I forgot to hit record for the Zoom.
All right, but yeah, Kenny, you did, this one is yours. So last one, fair or fade.
All yours.
I already did that one.
No, we didn't. I skipped it.
LeBron's exportation of LA.
A lot. All right, here we go. Fair or fade? Somebody you know in your fantasy league.
Oh, you switched it.
Maliciously,
He's a bitch ass person.
Maliciously vetoing your trade for no good reason.
If you have a losing record, you should not be allowed to veto trades that have nothing to fucking do with you. And it was a fair trade. It's Mike Evans underperforming ass and Dak Prescott for CeeDee Lamb and Cole Kmet. And I got Justin Fields. That's a risk I'm taking. I'm a backup QB.
Yeah, I know.
But it's a fair trade for a dude whose whole team is injured.
It's not that it's not a fair trade.
You're mad because it's a great strategic move to strengthen my roster, which makes it harder on you. And that's a bullshit version of gamesmanship. That's like purposely faking an injury in the last seconds of a game. That's bullshit and it's Bush League. And Max was right. Max, you were right.
I regret playing in this league.
I'm whooping everybody's ass, winning, and all of a sudden the rules start to get changed. Man, man, it's some bullshit.
Yeah, no.
If we vetoed all trades, and what's the point of having trades if you're just going to veto it? That's garbage.
Nobody trades in the league for that reason.
Man, that's a fair fucking
and
trade.
not just that, but two berries can't trade. And that's
racism.
That's not your fault.
You are stopping
that's
black and brown relationships.
That's not your fault. But
no one told me that.
In the past, berries has had other berries in the league, and some shit has gone down towards the end of the season. So,
hey man,
the bylaw state that a berry can't trade with a berry.
No one told me that. Y'all didn't tell me the rules when we first started. I'm telling you, this feels a little, bullshit.
But yeah, besides that, I mean,
it's a fair trade. You have to let the fair trade go through.
The trade is not. It's not that the trade is not fair on paper, but it's like you said, like strategically, there's no reason for
because he's getting his teeth kicked in.
Him to make that trade.
He has no QB. Dak would be his best QB, his best option at quarterback, and Mike Evans would be his best receiver.
He's giving up more, but you're getting what you need. And so that to me is like, yeah, that makes it fair.
He needs a quarterback, so I threw him a wide receiver.
Fair.
I won his wide receiver, and he threw me a tight end.
That makes it fair, but
there's no but.
Like on paper, it's fair, but it's
fair.
like
it's fair both.
It fucks up the league because it's essentially one team helping the team that's already on the top for no good reason.
No, I just have a better trade package. I could have went after Debo because he got Debo on his team. I could have asked for Debo. But
nobody
said
cares about Debo anymore, bro.
hey, shit. I offered up Mike Evans.
Nobody
That's
cares
a
about
fair
Debo.
trade from top to bottom. Dak Prescott and Mike Evans.
Yeah.
No, he played. He just not getting enough touches.
But yeah, you're right. It's not that it's game. It's not that it's gamesmanship. That's why you need 3/4. That's why you need 3/4 votes to veto a trade.
No, but I'm saying
so if
your reasoning is bullshit.
If 7 out of the 10 people vetoed the trade, which probably won't happen because there's probably like 2 people that aren't even checking the roster and checking the thing. So it probably won't happen because you two aren't going to veto it. So basically, if one person other than you two doesn't veto it, the trade goes through.
But I'm saying, even if it wasn't
what I'm
my
saying
team,
is,
it's
either way, the trade fucks up the league because one,
should have traded first.
It raises the bottom and it raises the top, but it's like
parity, motherfucker.
That's not parity. That's not parity.
You got to work harder against a shittier team.
Draft better. Use the waiver wire. That's
but if you don't want to get dog walked and finish with one, if you don't, it's like if you're shooting a beer pong. And, like, you get a celebrity shot, but you technically didn't make any shots. So, technically, what's the term?
You're just mad because...
No, what's the term when you don't make any shots in beer pong?
You're just mad because I fucking got the best of you in that first trade. And it didn't even matter because my team still sucks.
No, actually, neither one of us really broke even on that trade.
I mean, I got Hawkinson.
You had him for 2 games.
You still playing? He's on my team?
Yeah, but that's it. I don't even want Renfro.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So,
but wasn't it like a 4-player trade?
No, it was defense, and then we swapped defenses.
So it actually worked out for me because I have the Eagles defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then it worked out. But imagine if somebody vetoed that trade. You'd be like, "Oh, that's bullshit. It was a fair trade." Oh, well, it makes the league harder. What?
Yeah, they should have vetoed it. Honestly, I would have vetoed that trade.
I honestly would have vetoed that trade. It's a fair trade. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on.
Bro, but you've already made more trades than have been made in the 7 years of the league.
It's not my fault. I'm a trendsetter, and my shit makes sense.
Barry just has nothing to lose.
Not to act like a drug dealer, but
it's just Barry.
My prices are fair.
But what I'm saying is
my prices are fair.
The other Barry has nothing to lose. So
I have nothing to lose either. I could not make this trade and still be fine.
Okay, then.
But I want the trade because I don't want Mike Evans on my fucking team anymore.
We'll see. You're the one who told on yourself. I don't want Dak anymore. You're the one who told on yourself by telling everyone that I traded. Well,
no,
actually,
you can say no.
No, that's another league.
That's another league. But that's another league. That's a bullshit practice that goes on in fantasy leagues, and we got to stop that. Because that'll fuck up the whole league. And especially if we playing for money, that'll just make shit real sour. Like, you can't fucking veto a trade just because, oh, well, I'm in last place or I'm in second to last place.
I'm not even in last place in that league. I'm in third.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't going to... There's a couple trades I vetoed in some other leagues that were some bullshit, and they were heavy-handed trades, and they knew they were heavy-handed trades. And
all right,
motherfuckers tried to do it at 6 in the morning, and like at 2 in the morning, thought I wasn't going to see it. No, I saw you play.
Let's do our rants. All right, Nikki, you want to go first? Speak to the people.
Sorry. Nothing crazy happened to me this week, really. I started a new diet. I've been working out consistently, which I'm really proud of myself for. Great. Drinking a lot of water. I got myself a skincare routine.
Love it.
I'm trying to go to bed at a better time. So really working on, that self-care. Just trying to get a new me by the time 2023 rolls around. Fingers crossed. But, yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty quiet week for me, so.
Cool. Love it. All right, Lucas.
Recording in progress.
I've added Boa.
All right, cool. I love that too. Proud of you both. Keep it going. Keep trying to make your best selves. That's what we're trying to do. You're inspiring for sure. All right, Kenny, go ahead.
Yeah, salute to both of y'all on that for sure because I got my skincare routine going. Shout out to like body butter, like that shit's really dope. That's wonders for my skin.
That's our next sponsor right there, skincare.
Yep, there you go.
A couple black-owned ones in the South Bay. Got some stuff. They actually came to my job and like had like a fair. So yeah, and it was like a black-owned wine restaurant, like exclusive in Inglewood. That's dope. And yeah, I just got to find something like to remove my bumps, like my beard, because that shit gets annoying. Like I have like a whole beard wash, but after I get my hair cut, eventually once I grow my beard back out, the bumps all come back. It gets really annoying. So I'm trying to figure out a situation with that. I might go get a facial, honestly. Like I was thinking about it. Like I was looking at it's like that massage spot. I forget what the fuck it's called, but it's like they do like whole facials.
Bro, you've made too many porn jokes to just be casually talking about a facial to close out the fucking show, bro. Like you literally spewed,
Don't be a child.
You literally spewed like 7
Why'd you say
obscene,
spew?
like 7 FCC violations. And now you're gonna close out talking about how you're gonna get a facial. Like, come on, bro.
You didn't have to say it.
Kenny needs to be fined.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck?
Do I? Is there like that's massage envy? There we go. They do like
He's trying to get that Deshaun.
Nah,
Oh,
that's
no.
that's not. It's like literally like they do facials and shit, skincare treatments. I'm trying to get my shit right, man.
Yeah, you're gonna walk in there and be like, "Damn, I just paid $300 for that. I could have just went and got the Deshaun for $50 right next door at the little Asian spot."
I just put hot water in my face. Nah, chill. Gotta get my pores
He's
open.
like, I'm trying to move past those days. It's a new time.
Hey, shut up. Hey, man. I'm just trying to get my skin clear, bro. Like, can I just get my skin clear? Motherfuckers talking about like, your skin's discolored. Like, hey, man, can I level up, King? Is that okay? Can I be better than I was yesterday?
Okay, go ahead. Finish your facial.
Just stop saying words.
regimen. Talking about your facial regimen.
Just the guy who doesn't wash his face properly. Like, relax.
I do. I've been washing my face since I was like 11.
Wait, what the fuck? Only 11? Yeah. So you just didn't wash your face before 11? You fucking pin face looking.
I mean, not like.
Nah, bro, you weren't washing your face before 11, I believe.
I was washing it with soap.
Nah.
I've literally never met an 11-year-old boy who washes his face.
Yeah,
so.
I've always washed my face. I used to use apricot scrub.
My mom used to just bitch slap me with a bar of soap because she knew I wasn't going to like do it. She like, look, because black parents are just forceful.
Damn,
They just like, look, here.
All right, finish your fucking facial regimen.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna massage you and see what's up with the whole facial because they use like lights and shit like where they can like take stuff off your face. I forget what it's called. Like not black lights, but they like have shit. It'll be cool to try one.
Fuck that, bro. Take that $300.
I'm not using the face mask
to freeze the fat, bro, and call it a day.
That shit don't work.
That's a better investment.
That don't work. I might as well go to Planet Fitness and
or get an Invisalign. That shit works.
That shit does not work.
That shit works, bro.
At Planet Fitness?
Yeah.
That shit works?
Yeah, that shit works.
How long you be in there? Because I
haven't done it, but that shit works, bro.
So
I've seen people.
So you don't have empirical facts that it works.
I know people who said it, and they said
Were they already fit when they did it?
No, bro.
You got to show me a fat person who did it and it worked. I don't believe no skinny fit person who says they used it and it worked. Bro, you already
fat
there.
people don't be in those close spaces like that for fucking 2 weeks.
It be fat people in them tanning beds, bro. It be fat people.
You gotta do it consistently for 2 weeks, and you're supposed to lose 10, 15 pounds, allegedly.
I'll go back to Planet Fitness right now. I don't believe you.
That's what they say. Yeah, then try it.
You try it. You try Planet Fitness. You try it.
You try it.
No, you try it.
You try it.
I'm at 24. You're at Planet Fitness. You try.
I'm not at Planet Fitness. Don't be disrespectful. I have a Planet Fitness membership.
You're at Planet Fitness.
I'm not at Planet Fitness.
Yes,
bro.
you are.
I'm not.
You're down the street.
I have LA Fitness. I'm at LA Fitness.
Oh, here we go.
I'm at LA Fitness.
Here we go. Okay, so you got a Planet Fitness because your brother's a fucking student. You scumbag.
No, I've had Planet Fitness before then. I just have Planet Fitness because it's right here. It's 24 hours and it's cheap. But I go to LA Fitness.
I don't know why you're still doing LA Fitness. Like, it's a nice gym, but it's not even 24 hours, bro.
I know. I got to just switch to 24.
Like, why are you not going to 24 hours
gyms? Because I have such
gyms?
a good deal on LA Fitness. I'm never gonna get that deal again.
It's not serving you anymore.
I get LA Fitness for $20. All the LA Fitness.
Your grandfather.
Nobody's getting out that LA Fitness.
Your grandfather. They're probably also catfishing your social on the internet. By the way, last question for me. Does anybody believe in when experience?
This is your rant. What do you mean the last question for you? This ain't a fucking open forum.
It is technically. It's a closed forum. We're closing the forum. But nah, serious question though. Like, you know, you go on Experian and it says like, oh, your social flashed up in like Wall Creek or fucking Walnut Creek or some weird shit. Or your alias. I'm like, I don't really think somebody stole my social. Because why are you giving me a person's address and phone number?
I don't know.
That I can go search right now.
I just let LifeLock deal with it.
Like Experian, LifeLock, like I feel like it's all extortion. You're just paying somebody to hold your shit, but they're leaking your shit too. Like, does Experian really stop my ID from getting my social from getting hacked? Because I called Social Security company and they said I was good.
The reason why you have Experian is because Experian fucked up and they had to give everyone fucking credit monitoring because they got breached in like the worst breach ever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just over this.
Anything else before I close out?
I mean, I'm good. I'm cleansed. I'm gonna get a facial this weekend, and I'll be at the UCLA game.
You get a facial before or after the USC?
I'm gonna wash my face and then go to a licensed professional, and they're gonna tell me how to properly clean my face with a bunch of nice creams and shit. No citrus, it breaks my skin out. So you know, that's two of the things I learned. Like being 30, like I can't fuck with citrus like that too much, and I can't drink milk anymore. Really.
This dude will literally double fist shakes, but he can't drink milk.
I double fist the shake all day, but
God,
I'm not rubbing ice cream on my fucking skin.
I can't, man.
Hey man, the same way you didn't get your soul pays, but you got a bean and cheese burrito and you sat next to me in the car. Or the fucking famous Ontario ride back. Got two bean and cheese burritos, farted the whole way back. And then rolled the window down.
And then he'll give himself a facial with the shake. That's what Kenny does.
That's a waste of a shake, though. I got body butter and I got like creams and shit now for my skin and my face. Well, like to actually like wash and cleanse my face, I'm gonna go see what Massage Envy's about.
Hey Kenny, are you gonna go to Massage Envy?
Maybe.
Fuck, dude. All right, man. I don't know. I'm flabbergasted by all the fucking gaslighting and fucking Kenny going off the rails today. I don't know, man. Sometimes I miss Sleepy Kenny. Then I get Sleepy Kenny, and then sometimes I get gaslighting Kenny, and I don't know.
I wasn't gaslighting.
I just want normal Kenny again.
Was Kenny ever normal?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good point. But yeah, man, it's been a little bit more low key week for me too, I guess. I got off the grid on the weekend, went out to Death Valley
with my phone in your fucking car.
Yeah, which you shouldn't leave your fucking phone in my car.
Hey, it says my phone's 194 miles away. I go to a dead spot. Hey, Pete, my phone's in your car. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
I never said no, it's not.
Yeah, you did.
No,
I was at the bus stop on El Segundo and Crenshaw. You said I already left, and your phone's not in my car.
Bro.
That was a Twitter DM, bro.
I had your phone when I called you at 7. Answer.
I was asleep.
I was already gone.
8:28.
I was already gone.
It was like 8:26 when you answered back.
Yeah.
That was the Instagram call.
And I was already gone.
That was 8.
Yeah, I was already gone.
That shit said your phone.
I was already in Corona.
Your phone is 394 miles away. I was like, well, at least I know it's safe.
Yeah, so I was in Death Valley, got off the grid. I went out to what's the place called? It's
I can tell you, it's on a screenshot.
It's right north of Ridgecrest. It's something. There's some little fucking small ass town that we were like, what the fuck is this on the map? And then we went there, and it turns out like Ridgecrest is kind of like a mini suburb, like metropolis. And the other city that we went to, I forgot what it's fucking called, man. But they had a bunch of shit there too, and we're like, what? Why the fuck is this here? Like, there's nothing out here. Like, why does this exist? But yeah, we never figured it out. But yeah, basically, there's these things called turbines out there, and like, they basically represent like this whole kind of ocean floor from millions of years ago that like fell out, and like, anyways, this area has been like part of films for Star Wars, Star Trek, like a bunch of things, and it looks just like Mars, like the rocks and stuff. So I spent some time out there. It was windy as fuck. The wind fucked me totally. The wind is always the worst. Like, cold is fine because you can get jackets and blankets and
That's true.
sleeping bags, but wind just like fucks you. Like, the wind is just fucks the fire up. Wind is just fucking miserable. But yeah, it was cool to just like get off the grid, decompress, like not be on social media, not like to worry about a bunch of shit and cleaning, and just fucking chill. And outside of that, like Death Valley, I don't know why Death Valley is such a big thing outside of California, but it wasn't that bad. It was cool, like to be that low sea level, and I don't know, it wasn't hot, so it was fine. It was cool. But yeah, man, just spent some time in nature, and it was nice. And this week has been low key since that, so that's about it. Touchdowns and Tangents, TDs_tangents on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you to everyone who listens to us. Thank you to your favorite podcast app where you can find this show. Thank you to our amazing team, Lucas and Nikki. And, of course, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram again, TDs_tangents. I'm at Pete Certified. He's at Ozo Grande.
And the movie Pimp by Lee Daniels is the worst movie of all time. And he should be locked in jail for it. It was like the worst movie. Like, the movie Pimp by Lee Daniels with Keke Palmer in it set black people back like 100, like a cool 750 years.
Yeah, hopefully I'm going to see Wakanda Forever by the time we come back on the show.
I'm going to see it tomorrow. I'll let you know if it's trash or not.
I already hear it's kind of trash.
Tomorrow, too.
I'm going to the Gardena Cinema. $12.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good week. Peace.
Peace.